Tell us more, first of all, about this general and why this targeted assassination is so significant.
Well, he was really an important person. His brief was radiological, chemical, and biological. And these weapons were used, according to the Ukrainians, 4,800 times in Ukraine. And they're particularly, the one chemical that they're talking about, this chloropicrin, is particularly pernicious. It attacks the lining of your throat, and it was used against the Ukrainian forces to basically get them out of their foxholes and other places where they could hide. So Kadylov has been sanctioned by the United States, the UK, and Canada. And then, Wolf, I think there's another part of him that's important, which is not just the military side, but the propaganda side, because he defended Russia's use, alleged use, he would say, of chemical weapons. He defended, actually, Assad's use of chemical weapons in Syria. And he also accused the United States and Ukraine of creating biolabs. You might have heard some of that propaganda, which still exists. It is still floating around the internet that the United States created biolabs, created COVID-19, created a number of other things. So he was a big fish, and I think the Ukrainians definitely wanted to take him out.
Yeah, they certainly did. How do you think the Kremlin, Jill, is going to react?
Well, they already have, Wilf. I just noticed that they said he was an outstanding military leader, quote, a scientist and an innovator. Now, I think it's interesting that the Kremlin has to react in some fashion, because this is really bad when one of your key guys is killed in Moscow. But they don't want to overplay it, because the significance, think of this, the Ukrainians were able to get somebody to kill this man in Moscow. That is embarrassing for the Kremlin. So they have to acknowledge it, but not make as big a deal. But you can bet they're already saying they want to eliminate, destroy those in Kiev, they would say, who ordered this.
Later this week, as you know, Jill, Putin will hold his annual year-end news conference. What will you be looking for out of that?